This conference will now be recorded.
Anyone has
This
any
conference will now be recorded.
queries while registering the ARC developer edition? Okay. Don't go with trial version. Okay. Trial version, it will expire in 14 days, right? So don't go here and register. Of course, if you registered, you can re-register again with the same email ID you can use to register again. No problem. But if you register with the trial version, it will be there for only 14 days, right? So once registered, how to log in back? Login.salesforce.com. Okay, right? So we have two interfaces. One is classic, another is lightning. And how do you call this? Applications, right? So this drop down contains standard application as well as custom. When you create custom, you can add that application here. And the drop down contains a standard application as well as options to to load a URL like app exchange, a developer community and all. Okay, but you can customize this option. That is part of your admin course. You can customize this option. Which one needs to display here? I do not want a service cloud application or marketing and application. I can remove these options. That is part of your admin course. Okay. Then so what is this feature? What is called global search and your chatter tab? Okay, global search, chatter tab, and we have discussed about the tool called the schema builder, right? So Salesforce CRM is a platform, is a kind of platform. A platform contains different tools, and it has a programming execution environment. It means I can write the program and develop the application. Okay. Then where I can find all those tools so that I can work with the application, work with the platform. The tools are accessible under an option called setup. Okay, so setup is a menu. Setup is a menu that contains options or tools to work with the platform. Okay, I generally mentioned as work. The work can be creating table, inserting a row into the table, okay, creating a new application, creating a new tab. What is tab? Tab is the interface to see the object data. Okay, we have a database behind. From the database, we are going to see the data. How we are going to see? By click on a tab, I can see the data from the table behind the application. So we are not writing any coding here. Without writing coding, we are going to work with the application by using the tab. Okay, all these tabs are called standard tab. So these are the content we covered yesterday. Am I right? Organization is nothing but it specifies the environment. Whatever registered, it's called as organization, or in short, it's called as org. Okay, and each of the interface you are seeing at the top is called tab panel. It's a panel, tab panel, and the application consists of a group of tabs. The tab can be a standard tab or custom tab. Pardon me? A group of tab makes an application. Okay, for a business need. For a business need. It means I have some tabs for your sales application. I have some tabs for marketing application. Okay, you can group the tab. That is again part of your admin course. Okay, then we have a terms called custom to specify whether that feature is developed by us or Salesforce has introduced that. Okay, like your object, your table. What is object? Table. Table in Salesforce is widely called as object. That's the term you are going to use to refer the table in the Salesforce. Got me? Right. Okay, we'll move on to setup menu now. So setup menu is a menu where you can find different options to work with the platform. Okay, so when you click on setup menu, I get the various options here. The options are separated or grouped by different section. I have administrator section, scroll down, build, deploy, monitor, jobs, logs. Got me? There are 6 different types of section. Administer, build, logs. So under each section, you'll find some group of options. Okay, they group the options to, for related options are grouped together. For example, you are going to add users. Add users. Okay, add permissions for the users. Got me? Add permissions for the users. Creating a profile. All comes under one section. What is the build section says? We are going to build something. Okay, so you are creating table part, creating object, creating application. An application like this, I would like to create one application like this, and create my own tab. All comes under a section called build. Okay, so it means whatever things you are going to build newly, all comes under those options. You can find it under build section. So they group all the related options under one particular section. Got me? And this is a section we can use to customize the standard objects. It means standard objects you cannot create. It's already been created, but I can modify the objects. I can add a new field. I can add a new column into that table by going into the section called build and deploy. So any guess what is deploy section? To migrate object from one environment to another environment. So you'll find those options under deploy section. Whatever related to migrate my component from one platform to another platform, in my org to your org. Okay, so those options you can find it under a section called deploy section. Monitor, the name says we can monitor something. We submitted something and it's running at the back end. We can go and see what is the status of that job, whether it's completed or running. So those things you can monitor. Similarly, you can also use this section to refer the jobs, whatever jobs available in the platform. And log says okay, if any issues occurs in your platform, I can go to that section and see what was the issue, why that application got failed. Okay, why that record was not inserted into the table. So those information you can find it here. Anyway, it's just a overview, but down the line you will see when you will go to that particular section and how we'll use that. So now just giving the overview. Got me? So your setup menu is where you will find all the options to work with your applications, work with your platform. Okay, and all the related options are grouped together under particular section. There are 6 sections we have: administer, build, deploy, monitor, job, and logs. Okay, right. See, How about those sections in your Lightning experience? I said both the Lightning as well as Classic are referring the same database, but options are different, right? So I go to the Lightning experience. Right, you are seeing some options at the top right side. Okay, and here in Classic I've seen the application at the top right side, right? So in Lightning, I'm going to see the application in the form of a tiles. So that's a difference. Got me? In Classic, you are seeing the application in the form of drop down, but in the Lightning, you are seeing in the form of tiles. So it gives you a mobile environment. Got me? In the case of touch screen, what you will do? You select the particular app and go to that app. So in the form of your mobile platform, your interface is like, and a customer can work with the mobile. They can access the Salesforce application by logging to the mobile. Okay, so in the form they designed the interface. The way you can access the application in the tab or mobile, they given the application not in the form of drop down, in the form of tiles. Okay, and what about setup menu? You can see there is a gear symbol. It's a gear symbol. I can find the setup menu. So click on it. So this is my setup menu now. Okay, so here I have a section name called administer. Here it is in the form of administration. Okay, I have a section here called build. It's called platform tools. So that's how the options are different and sections are different. But when you click on this, you're going to do the same thing here as well. Only the navigation is different, the label is different. Okay, but down the line you will understand how to create a table in Classic and how to create table in Lightning, how to create application in Classic, how to create application in Lightning. So those differences you will see parallel. Pardon me, any question on this? So how to switch back to Classic? Go to profile symbol, switch to Classic option at the bottom. How to go to setup menu? Click on setup menu. I get the options here. Okay, right. People are good with this so far. And now, so there are a lot of options here. Not all the options are important for us. Okay, it's a platform which will give no all the options to meet various types of customer need. Got me? Not for one customer, right? See, when the product they develop the product, they in the beginning they have only few customers, but down the line they'll get more customers and more customers. They they need more features. Then they develop the product. In the beginning, when the mobile entered into the market, what was the main feature? Just calling the, just you can make a call. But now mobile is like a computer, right? So still they are upgrading the mobile. But all the features are useful to you in the mobile? No, right? We buy the mobile and but somehow most of the people we just make a call and no, I just see the videos and that's it. But there are a lot of features in the mobile, but not all features are applicable to us. They mute. Right, the same way the product contains all the options here, so need not worry about whether I should be familiar with all the options. It's not required. So what are the options that makes more scope for your project real time? So those options we are going to concentrate more. Okay, if you spend time on whole the whole options here, the course will never end. So that is not our objective. Okay, so we are going to concentrate what are the important options that needs to be understood, that can make more scope for your real-time projects and facing the interview. That's the objective. Okay, so as a beginner, I'm not sure about to create a to go to the schema builder. I'm not sure about whether schema builder is here or build section or deploy section. Okay, I'm not sure about where the schema builder option is available. What I can do, I can go to the quick find box. As you type here, the option will be filtered automatically. Okay, as you type here, the option will be filtered automatically. You need not scroll down and go to that option. You just filter here and select the tool, okay, which is called a quick find box. Okay, the detailed notes is given in your book, the hard copy book. If you type everything here, it takes time for you. Okay, it's already given, you can refer that notes, right? So just a quick find box, I can go here. Got me? Right. So under setup menu, we are going to learn about an important options each and every section. Okay, we are going to explore administer section. So under administer section, we are going to see an information about company profile. There is a page called company profile. So I go to manage users, sorry, administer company profile. Got me? If you're not sure about what you're looking for, then just type here company. I get the company profile. Under company profile, I have a company information and fiscal year. So we'll see what is company information first. So I go to the company information page. I click on this. It opens some details here. Okay. So what you are seeing here, an organization detail. Okay. I'll just explain the page terminology. What you are seeing here, I'm seeing some information at the top and some information in the form of section below it. I'm seeing some information at the top and some details for that main details as a section below it. Okay, something like I'm seeing a customer details. I'm seeing all the products bought by customer, all the payments bought by customer. So your main details at the top, all the related information in the form of section here. Got me? In general, the page contains main detail and related details in the form of section. People clear with this? This related section is called related list. How do you call that? Related list. And this is called a main detail, which is also called a detail page. When I say detail page, then means information will be in read only mode. Read only, it's a read only page. It means I cannot modify anything, I can only see the information. Okay, that page is called a detail page. Your detail page will show details in the form of read only mode. It means I can only read the details, I cannot modify it. None of them is modifiable, right? Everything is read only mode. Okay, right. And how do you call this each section? How do you call each section? Related list. Okay. Okay. I need to edit the list. I need to edit the information. How I can edit? I have a button here called edit. I click on this. Now the page is in editable mode. So this page is called edit page. Data can be editable. People got this? Detail page and related section and detail page, editable page. Now the page can be editable. Okay, what is the information the page contains? We'll discuss about information. When I registered myself into developer edition, I given some company name, right? So that company name is stored in this, a value in this column. So basically, how we are going to refer this? We are going to refer as a field value. So what is the field name? Organization name, right? So organization name and capital info. Okay, so who is a primary contact? So I am the one registered myself. So myself is my name is registered here. So primary contact. Got me? And this is also called label. Is a field or also called label. Label. Okay, label and field. Right. I go to the detail page. I'll discuss about key information here. There is a field called organization name. Sorry, organization ID, edition. So this field says what is your edition, whether you are in developer edition or professional edition or unlimited edition. Okay, in real time projects, if you are not sure about which edition you are in, then what you can do, you can go to company information page and see which edition you are in. It can be a unlimited edition or enterprise edition. Only two editions you will have in real time, unlimited or enterprise. If it is unlimited, then they have to pay $300 per month, right? People have explored that. So what is the pricing of your unlimited edition? It's a regular display value actually, but when you make a business with Salesforce, you may get the discounted price also. If I need 1,000 license, then they will provide the discount, right? Maybe they'll provide it to $250 per user, but this is a listed price. Got me? Right. So in real time, you'll find unlimited or enterprise. Okay, right. So what information you'll find here? Edition and instance name. So where the memory is allocated, AP15. What is AP? Asia Pacific, right? And there is an important ID here called organization ID. Okay, this is an alphanumeric 18-digit ID. So how many digit you have? 18-digit ID. See, what is the use of this ID? If you notice your once you registered your org, if you notice here, your ID will be different. My ID will be different. So all your 40 members registered, each one of your developer edition ID will be different. It means it is unique. It cannot be duplicated. Okay. Suppose I have some issue with my platform, some issue I'm unable to log in, or I'm unable to purchase a license or something. I'm unable to create the table. Then what I can do, I can approach Salesforce support people and I can tell them these are issues I have. Then what next question they will ask you? What is your organization ID? Right? Suppose you're an employee in a company, you have some issue with your salary, detail, salary slip. Then you'll go and inform HR, I have some issue with my salary. Before they resolve it, they'll ask your employee ID, right? So the organization ID is a unique ID field which will be assigned to every org. When I say org means you're able to understand, right? That's a developer edition or any unlimited edition or whatever. It specifies your environment. Got me? So it's an ID which is used to uniquely identify your org. It is an unique ID. Salesforce support. Okay, and in your whenever you register, what will happen? In a database, Salesforce will allocate a memory for you. Got me? So that memory location will be identified uniquely by this ID. So you will get a memory here. So your ID will be different. Got me? So these are memories allocated for me. So that particular server, part of your server, is identified by unique ID called organization ID. People clear with this? Right. What is it? It's a generated by system. Yes, whatever, wherever you're seeing this alphanumeric ID in this format, it's generated by system. We don't provide any ID here. We cannot customize this also. Okay, right. Right. What are the other important details we can understand here? User license. I'll discuss about user license, then we'll discuss about other details here. What is user license? Set of features that are available to user. Set of features that are available to user. Okay, it means, see, suppose I'm an employee of an organization. Okay, and there are employees Ranjit and Suresh. Both are employee of a company. Okay, and Suresh is a software engineer, and Ranjit is a manager, for example, say HR manager. So both are employee of an organization, but features available to these users are different. Am I right? An engineer cannot access an HR department details. Got me? But HR manager can access the HR department details as well as employee details. So features available to both the users are different, but both are employee of an organization. Got me? So the features that are available to the employee is decided by an entity called user license. Okay, so take for example, I have a license called Salesforce user license. I have a license called chatter license. So this is a kind of entity which decides what are the features available to user. Got me? Okay, there are license. I just given an important types of license here. Types of user license. I have a license called Salesforce. I have a license called chatter free. There are two important licenses I am mentioning here. Okay, I assign this license to a user Ranjit and Vijay. I assign this license to an user Kiran. Okay, when I assign a license, Salesforce license to user, it says it provides access to all features in the organization. It means such as standard object. What is object? Table. Standard object, standard applications, your chatter menu, your setup menu, etc. Every features are available because what license are assigned to him? Salesforce. For Praveen, it provides only chatter tab. You got me? What's the difference? So license decides what are the features are available to the user. Able to follow this? Right. So how many licenses I have in my developer edition? That's what I listed here. So how many Salesforce license I have? 2 license. How many is already used? 1. To whom it is assigned? To myself, right? So whenever registered yourself, there will be a license assigned to you. That license called a Salesforce license. That's the reason I'm able to access everything here. So license says what features are available to the user. It's clear to all of you? Okay. And I have different license here. Salesforce platform. You need not worry about all those license purpose. Understand about Salesforce license and Salesforce platform we'll discuss later. And what happened? Yeah. So how many chatter free? There are 5,000 licenses are there. Okay. In my org, I can add all of you, including almost I can add 5,000 chatter free users I can add. But all those users will have only access to chatter tab. When they log in, they will not able to see any of this tab. They will not able to see any of the setup menu or service cloud, marketing cloud. They can only have access to chatter tab alone. Okay, so your license decides what are the features are available to the individual user. Able to follow this, right? So that's what you are going to see here. Any question on this? Okay, there will be a pricing. They set some price. Salesforce has set some price for the license. Your Salesforce license is one of the costliest license, because that license, if assigned to user will able to access every features in the platform. Okay, so whatever pricing you are seeing here in your here, this basically Salesforce license cost. Okay, if I have a 10 users, I need a 10 users who need access to setup menu and all the I generally mean this as a CRM features. When I say CRM features, it means all the features of the platform. Okay, I need to add 5 users who are going to okay. See, this is my requirement. I'm going to add a 15 users and 10 users who is going to work with all the features in the platform, and other 5 users who are not going to work with any of the tables or any of the setup menu. They're just going to use the chatter tab to communicate with other user. Maybe the person is a person who takes the a check and you know uh, deposit in the bank. Every company has some person, right? They are the employee of the company, but their job is not to create any table or customize application. Their job is to just interact with the users, other managers, and say like, what is the amount, what is the payment, I have some issues, or I deposit the check. Some details they would like to discuss. That is their job. So how many license I need to add users? I need 15 license. I need 15 license. Okay, there is a rule actually. One user can have only one license. One user can only be assigned with one license. So how many license I need in this case? 15 license. Okay, so what type of license I need? Say for example, I buy 15 license. I bought. Okay, I bought 15 license and I assign 15 license to 15 users. Okay, I assign all the Salesforce license I bought, 15 Salesforce license. All the 15 Salesforce license are assigned to all the 15 users. So what is my cost actually? 15 into 300 is my cost. Got me? But I do not want a Salesforce license to this guy, because the user is going to interact with other user. They're going to use only chatter tab. Okay, so instead of spending a $300 per user and go with the Salesforce license, I can go with chatter free user for these 5 users. Got me? The chatter free license is basically comes on free of cost. You don't need to pay anything. But to get that license, at least you should have one Salesforce license for the, you need to pay for it. Okay, to get a free license, you need to at least have a pay license. At least one pay license, Salesforce license should have. Then you can able to get a free license. So in this scenario, okay, I can go for instead of going for 15 license, If you spend 15 license cost, what will happen? Your cost will be 15 to 300. Yes, if I go with the 10 Salesforce license, then my cost will be 10 into 300. So this is the cost you are going to pay to the Salesforce. How many license you are going to have in your organization, and accordingly you are going to pay to the Salesforce. That is a subscription fee you are going to pay to Salesforce. It's got me? You got me? So that's a platform as a service. They're providing a platform. How many users are using the platform? What are the features are you are accessing in the platform? Depends upon. Just get a help from front desk. Okay, so the question is people listen here. The basic question is how much you are going to pay to the Salesforce and to use the platform. The basic question: how much you are going to pay to Salesforce to use the platform? That is determined by that is decided by how many user license you are having in your org. How many pay user license you are having in your org, right? So pay license in the sense your Salesforce license, and there are different other license are there. So that license cost, number of license multiplied by each license cost is a total cost you are going to pay to the Salesforce as a subscription fee. You are not going to pay for a chatter free license. Okay, so when you assign license to the user, we should take care of what license we are assigning to the users. The user just need to interact with the other user. Then why should I assign Salesforce license to that user? Am I right or wrong? So license decides the cost of your organization, right? So what are the license I have in my org? That can be referred in your company information page. How many licenses left over? How many is assigned? Okay, you don't find expiry date here, right? Because we are in free edition, developer edition, doesn't have expiry date. Once you registered, you can continuously use this. There won't be any expiry date. In case of a real time, suppose I am in enterprise edition, you'll find a date here. You'll see a date here when the license is going to expire. Okay, you'll have a 1 year date or 2 years date. Sometimes the customer will buy, give me the 5 years license, so that they'll give some discounted price. So from now the 5 years date will appear here. It's clear? Okay, so what are the other things we are going to understand in this page? Hmm. No, it's not about tab, it's about the feature. Yeah, it's a feature. Okay, yeah, it's no, these are all tabs, ma. Everything is a tab. We are talking about features. What are the features available to you? Okay, so we are talking about the tab. There is no cost involved with respect to the tab. That we are not going to pay. I need 10 tab, so I'm going to pay only for the 10 tab. We are not going to pay as per the tab. We are going to pay as per the license. That's all. Got me? It needs to cover more topics. Then you'll get clarity about overall how the platform, how they are providing service to the customer. Okay, so it is a functional part of your domain, not the technical part. The technical part, when you learn how to create table, that's a technical part. But how the service is being delivered, how much you are going to pay, what is the cost involved, right? When you go to any interview, what are the important questions they may ask you to check whether you are a real time or employee not working anywhere in the Salesforce project? They will ask you how many license you have in your project, what type of license. Okay, definitely any developer or administrator going for a work in a project, they're going to have a Salesforce license. So Salesforce license is the basic license which provides access to all CRM features in the platform. You'll get complete access to all the features. Got me? So every project is going to have a Salesforce license. Okay, right. So normally a project may have at least a medium size project, 100 license or else 50 plus license. Okay, a big organization may have 300 plus license. So 300 into $300 is the cost of their org. They have to pay for it. It's clear? Okay. So I go here, I go in edit page. There is a section called locally setting. Right. Any questions so far? People are able to understand this? Right. So locally settings. So what is locally settings? Locally settings control, refer three different field. I name that field as a this as a field, this is a value. Okay, there is a drop down. It's not drop down in the form of selecting the options from the available list. Okay, and you can notice here there are some field is red marked, right? Not all the fields. What does it mean? Mandatory field. Suppose I like to modify this from capital info to capital info solution. Okay, but I'm not giving any value here. I'm trying to commit the changes back to the database by using a button called save. I click save. So the validation is automatically done by the system. Okay, this validation is called a standard validation. It means what? The validation is already inbuilt process by the system itself. Okay, so these are mandatory field. I don't get any of the issues here because these values are optional, mandatory. Okay, so wherever a field is mandatory, it will be red marked. I can save here. Right. So discuss about the field default locally. The default locally field decides what is the date and time format. Default locally field. Locally means nothing but your language. What is your local language? What is your local date format? So what is the date format for Indian format? Date, month, year, right? In the case of United States, is month, date, year. So those, and our time format is basically it's like a railway time, right? Like 6 a.m. or if it is a 6 p.m., 18 p.m. something. Okay, so that's a date format and time format, I mean. So that date and time format is decided by the what option you are going to select here. Got me? So right now it is in United States. Okay. We'll discuss about these details soon. I just would like to show you the date format. Okay, so this some company information I'm seeing. We'll discuss much more detail about what is this page and all later. Okay, I'm just trying to show you the details about default locally. Okay, so default locally, right now it is in United States. So this option decide what is the date format and time format that you are going to capture the values in your entire platform. Anywhere you are going to capture the date, anywhere you are going to display the date, what is the date format that you are going to display, whether in month date format or date month format, depends upon the country you choose here. Depends upon the country you choose here. So right now is United States, right? So now it is in this format. Month, basically both are same. Right, it's okay. We'll see in different example and show you. And time format, it is in 912. It's a 12 hours format, but accordingly the AM PM the abbreviation will change. That's it. Okay. And if I go with the United Kingdom or Indian, Indian country name, United Kingdom is following our, we follow their format actually. When they left over, we started following month, date, year. Okay. So if you set this, wherever you capture the data is going to be month, date, year format. Got me? So this is going to decide the date and month of your format of your no date in your entire org. Able to follow this? The next one, what is the language that you are going to see your setup menu? What is the language I'm going to see all the tab panel? In what language I'm going to see the platform? In general, that is going to be decided by English. If you go with Spanish, what will happen? Everything displayed in Spanish. Then you will lose where we are. Got me? It will be changed. Okay. To test this, you test this, but you should be able to go it back and check it whether how to revoke it back. You should know there is fourth option, company information and edit, and go to the locally settings and change here back to English. Okay. So this is decided. This option decides what language you are going to see the entire org. Because my customer, maybe from Europe countries or different parts of the world, so they like to see the platform in their own language. Okay, so you can change here. If you change here, what will happen? Every user will have the similar language. But how to set the language for different user? How to set a time and date format for different user? That you'll see later. So these are common place where I am setting the date format and language for all the users in one place. Because this is my company setting page. It's the organization profile. So one place you decide in what language every user is going to see, in what date and time format every user is going to see the data and date and time. Make sense? Able to follow? Okay. And there is another field called time zone. The time zone is nothing but your suppose I'm creating some meeting request. We'll see later how to create meeting request and all. Suppose I create a meeting request. I choose Pacific Standard Time and I send a meeting request at 6 a.m. something. So 6 a.m. meeting request will be sent to the invitee, whoever going to invite the meeting, whoever going to get the notification for meeting invite. They will get the notification as per the time zone what I set here. So this decides what is the time zone your company is following, and this decides what is the language of your entire org is going to display. You are going to see what is the date and the time format. So this field called locally settings. Okay, this is a part of your certification question. Sometimes you will get what are the field controlled by the default locally. What are the parameter controlled by the default locally? Your date, time, as well as name also. When I say name, right now I'm seeing a first name, last name. When I click edit, the first name is Tim, last name is Bar, right? So how to display the name? Whether the first name should appear first or last name should appear first. So that is also decided by this option. Okay, see, you need not spend more time on this part, but try to understand the locally centering controls your date, time, name display, language of your interface, language of your platform, and time zone of your platform. That's what controlled by the locally setting. Okay, it is detailed explained in your book with examples also. It's clear to all of you, right? And next thing, we have a currency setting. Okay, so currency setting decides. It's again a drop down. I think you're able to understand this. Okay, what is the currency format? Okay, anywhere. Suppose I have a payment table here. I have some payment tab here. Okay, consider this opportunity is a payment. I'm asking you, assume an opportunity is a payment tab. I'm just giving some value here. Amount is nothing but a payment. I save this. So what is the currency format? Dollar, right? It's automatically prefixed by a dollar symbol because of the currency locally. Okay, so wherever in your platform you are going to capture the currency value, the amount, the the currency field, nothing but it denotes the currency of the organization. In what currency I am doing my business, that's going to be decided by the field called currency setting, currency locally. Okay, right now it is in US dollar. Okay, I change it to say euro. I'll make it INR and save this. Okay, it's changed to INR. The symbol is not properly displayed here. We need to use the other one, not this one. Well, euro. Okay. We'll check Australian dollar. It's not properly displayed now. It should be displayed. It's again dollar symbol only, right? The symbol is same. Okay, see, this makes more sense when you capture currency in multiple currency format. Okay, right now it's only one currency. What about if my customer are in different places? We are going to capture, we need to capture Indian currency as well as Australian dollar, as well as, you know, uh, the Canadian dollar. So I have different customers. In that case, you have to enable multiple currency feature. Okay, once you enabled, you cannot disable it back. Once you enable, it's a one directional change. Okay, you cannot disable back. Once I click and save, what will happen? The multiple currency feature will be enabled. You cannot disable it back. Got me? Right. I'm not going to enable here. I'll show you the other different org where enabled. So what will happen when you enable that feature? I see whether enabled here or not. No, not enabled. I'll show you how to enable here. So I have users in different countries. My company is deals with US dollar, but my customers are in different currencies. Okay, I have different customers. So right now I cannot capture other than US dollar, but my requirement is I'm going to get the payment from different customers from different other countries. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn on the feature called multiple currency feature, right? Save. It's enabled. In case if you like to disable back, you cannot disable. You cannot disable back. It's a kind of certification questions or it's entry questions you may get. Which when once I enable multiple currency feature, can I disable it back? We cannot disable it back. Reason, once a feature is enabled, you get some additional option here. Manage currency. If you see my org, there is no manage currency here, right? It means the platform will give some more features to work with the currency. Okay, that cannot be enabled unless you do not need that feature. If I do not need that feature, why should I enable that, right? So use Salesforce restricted that option. Only if you need it, enable that. Okay. Uh, now some years back, when you cannot enable yourself like this, you have to raise a request to Salesforce and send a documentation to them. Says like, I need this feature for so and so purpose. We have customers in different region, so we are going to capture the currency value in different format. So we need that feature. Then Salesforce enable that feature. But what happens now? At least they have that freedom now. They have that feature. You can enable yourself, but once enabled, you cannot disable it back. Got me? Right. So what is manage currency feature is giving? Click on this. Is going to give an options to add more currencies here. Right now, only US dollar. I go to opportunity record. I click new. So earlier, I can enter the value here and save. What I'm seeing now? I'm seeing some abbreviation here, right? So abbreviation will come if you enable the multiple currency feature. But in the case of my org, whatever org, which is not where it's no multi-currency feature is not enabled, there I'm seeing only the symbol here. Okay. So in real-time projects, when you go to the project, you are seeing the amount value, you are seeing only the symbol here. Then what is that organization? Single currency organization. If you are seeing any abbreviations here, then you can say like it's a multiple currency organization. It means a multiple currency feature is enabled. They have customers in different regions capturing different currency type. That's what it means. Okay, right. So now I like to capture in INR. Right now it is in US dollar. There is only one currency, but I would like to capture in Indian currency. I have customers in Indian as well. So what I can do, I click new. What is the currency I'm looking for? INR. Okay, currency rate. So you need to add your currency rate statically. Dynamically, it will not get. We have to statically add the currency rate. Okay. What is the currency rate from the corporate currency? When I say corporate currency, it is nothing but what is the currency? You know, when you convert the when you enable this, what was the currency set it here earlier? That is your corporate currency. Or else, just go to your managed currency and see which is a corporate currency. Which is a corporate currency? US dollar. So from US dollar, what is your conversion rate? So maybe 70 rupees, and that you have to add. People got this? So one of the currencies should be a corporate currency. If I like to add another currencies here, so Add this. So how many currencies I have? 3 currencies. Which is the corporate currency? US dollar. It means every other currency you are going to add, you are going to add conversion based on corporate currency. It can be a dollar, or I can change the corporate currency to Indian also. Suppose a company is based in India, then I can change the corporate currency value. Okay, so what I can do, change corporate.
Hello, sir. One quick question here.
1 minute, ma. Let me complete 1 minute. So my corporate currency is Indian. Then what I do? You have to change all the rates. Suppose I have 10 currencies here. I need not go everywhere edit option. Edit rates. So all together you can modify the options here. Okay, it's already converted automatically. Depends upon the currency rate whatever given, that is converted. So only statically you can give the currency rate, not dynamically. In order to get the currency rate dynamically, you have to implement app exchange product. People know about app exchange product, right? Given some idea. So there someone has developed that application. You need to pay to get dynamic currency rate from the database. But right now, a multiple currency feature is enabled. Whatever currency you are going to use, we have to add our rates statically by the admin people. Okay, click on edit rates, give all the rates at once and save it back. That's how we are going to give the currency rates. Okay, now the question is, I have 3 currencies. I need to capture this, some amount in INR. So how we are going to capture? See here how I'm going to capture this. Edit. There is a field. There is a field will automatically added with the drop down of whatever currency we added. So here I choose whether this amount is INR or US dollar or euro. Got me? So when you will find these options? Only if you enable multiple currency feature. Okay. When you will find a currency in the form of prefix with abbreviation, only if multiple currency is enabled. And once enabled, that cannot be disabled. Okay. Right. By mistake, I enabled, for example. I am not having customers from different currency region, but I enabled it. So I'm going to follow only one currency. What do you have to do? Go here and deactivate every other currency. Keep only one currency. That is the only option you have. But you cannot disable it back so that I can display my currency in the form of symbol. That cannot be done. So once a multiple currency feature is enabled, you cannot disable it back. Right? People got some idea about what is currency, what is how to control your date time format, what is the language, how to control the language for different user. Okay, we haven't discussed about how to set language for different user. We have only discussed about how to set language in your company profile page. Okay, I'll explain about how to set different language for different user and time zone, right? And other information is not much important. The notes have been detailedly given in the book. Just brief information about the object. Okay, I think net is we discuss about user license. We'll also complete what is user also. Then we'll go to the object. Right. Right. See, what are the other options here? 2 more important options here. Data space, file space. I click on this. Automatically, the control goes to a link called storage usage. Okay. See, I go back to the company profile, company information. There is a field. See, wherever you are seeing and symbol, it means what? I can perform some action. Got me? So I click on a new tab, open the new tab. So my control goes to the administer, data management, duplicate management, storage. So this is a page will show you how much space is allocated for your org, for your environment. Okay, there are three types of space: data storage, file storage, big object storage. So what is data storage? How much data you are allowed to store in table in the form of data. So whatever I entered here, right? I saved one a data. So basically, this is a space you are seeing here. What is the limit? 5 MB. How much is used? Only 6%. 284 KB is used. Okay, and file storage is nothing but we can also add a document also here. Document, image. Suppose I go to data tab. There is a file option. I upload some file from my computer. I like to share the notes. Share it. Okay, so this is not going to be stored into some object. So this is going to be a storage, comes under file storage. So any image or any PDF document, so that comes under how much you can store now? 20 MB maximum. Okay, and only 70 MB is utilized. Okay, so this different topic we'll discuss later. So data storage and file storage decides how much storage is allocated for you. Okay, not for one user. Any user I'm going to have, all the user is going to share this same limit. So this limit is different from edition to edition. It means all the developer edition is going to have same limit only, but unlimited edition will have different storage. Your enterprise edition will have different storage. What about unlimited edition? Any guess? What is the storage for unlimited edition? In a question, in an interview question, they're asking you what edition you are using. You mention like a unlimited edition I'm using. The next question they're asking, what is the storage limit for your data storage and file storage? Okay. It is basically unlimited storage. There is no storage limit for your unlimited edition. But in the case of enterprise and all, we have some limits. So beyond that limit, you have to buy the license again. License to increase the storage. License to get the additional storage. You have to pay for it. Okay. But in the case of unlimited, you are going to pay more invoice cost, but you get unlimited storage. In the case of developer edition, we have limited 5 MB. 5 MB seems to be very less space, but you can store a millions of data. One record, one row in a table will just going to occupy 2 KB, but we have almost 5,000 KB of data we have. Okay, so millions of data you can store, right? So this is more than enough to understand. Learn the technology. This is more than enough to learn the technology. Okay, right? So in your company profile, so what are the information you'll find in the company profile in general? Locally settings, company information page. Got me? How to go to company information page? And then company profile, company information, right? Your setup, administer, company profile, company information. People go to this. So this is your classic. Okay, if you take the lightning, the navigation will be different. That's it. The page is going to be same, but navigation is going to be different. How to go to setup? A gear symbol, setup. Administration. Okay. Okay, we rarely go this. It is under company setting. They have different settings. They have a different place called company settings. So company settings, sorry, company information. Right. Everything is comes under settings. So in your lightning, setup, settings, company information, right? Do you find any difference here? The same page, right? The same page you are seeing here. Everything else going to be same. Only the navigation is different. Okay, fine. So this is your navigation. So what are the key information you found in the company page? The name of the company, a key contact person, okay, or else a primary contact person, organization, organization ID, Salesforce organization ID, which edition we are using, then instance name. People know about instance name. What is instance name? The one you are seeing at the top. What is your server, right? AP15 instance name. Then what are the more important details? Locally settings. Under locally settings, what are the fields we control? Right? A default locally. And then what is a default language? Default time zone. Got me? So what next? Currency settings, right? So under currency settings, we have currency locally. So these are important section you should know, and also data storage, and file storage. Data storage and file storage. Am I right? And these are all main details. It means detail. What about related list? What do you mean by related list? The data related to the main information. Okay. So what is the important things we have seen? User license. So what is user license? Set of features available to user. Okay, set of feature available to user. Right. So that's it. How many license you can assign to user? One user. Only one license. That's it. Okay. How the cost is decided? Number of license, number of user license. Decide the how much cost, how much money you are going to pay. Subscription fee you are going to pay to the Salesforce. Right. And where to see the user details. Okay, we know how to see the company information. We know how many licenses are assigned to the user, how many is left over. But what are the users what are the users assigned to license? I'd like to add my own user. I'd like to deactivate the existing user. If someone is assigned with the Salesforce license, so that guy is resign the job, for example. Okay, then what I have to do? I have to unassign the license from that user and assign the license to the another user, or else I have to pay for it unless pay for it without using that license. Got me? So I have to deactivate the existing user. I have to assign the license to the another user. I'm going to add a new user. So all those details, all those customization, I can do it under administer, manage users. Okay, so where I am going to see the users? It is under administer, manage users. I will see all the users here. Got me? So what is the navigation? Your setup menu, administer, and the users. You don't need this navigation every time. Once you are familiar with the platform, we can go with the short form of referring this. Got me? Right. So I go to here, manage users, administer, manage users, and users. Right. How many users I'm seeing here? 4 users. Among the 4 users, I am the only real user. The rest of the users, the platform, the developer edition is added by default. Okay, is added by default. Each one of you will notice this. If you go and see in your manage users, you will find apart from your name, there will be some 3 users added. Okay, so like a chatter expert, user integration, user security. Okay, so right. So I'll go to the my user page. So now I have some features here like buttons, reset password, add more than one user at a time, add one user at a time, more than one user at a time. Okay, reset the password for the user, and I'm also seeing some drop down here. Got me? Right. The page is showing some details at the top and showing some help link at the top, and below it some section, some buttons, and a list of users. I can select all users at once by going with the checkbox at the top, or I'll select individual record at once. These are all user friendly things. Okay, right. How do you call this feature? The one you are seeing at the top is called list view. A drop down option at the top is called list view. It means we are going to see a list of data. List of data means not one data, multiple data. So how many users you are seeing? More than one user, right? List of users, all users. I would like to see only admin users. Only myself is displayed. Any user going to register as a first user in the developer edition, they are the administrator. Okay, an administrator will have more permission in the platform. I can add other user. So I am the administrator. I can add other users. Got me? Who is administrator and all we'll discuss. It is determined by the profile. Right. So I click on all user. Right. I would like to see my details. How to see that? There is a hand symbol is appearing, right? Click on it. So this is my user detail. So this is a main detail page. So you'll see this terminology everywhere. Detail. And these are related lists. Am I right? These are related lists, right? So in my user page, I'm seeing a name, email, username and all. So this is my username. Edit. I go to edit screen. So what license assigned to me? Salesforce license. Okay. This cannot be modified. The first user who got registered, that license cannot be modified. Okay. But I can add other users. I can add other users. I can choose the license and assign the create the user, add a user. But my license cannot be modified because I am the primary user got added into the org. Okay. When you register yourself, there will be one user added. No, the user will be automatically assigned with the Salesforce license. People clear with this, right? And username, everything is here. You can modify any of the details here. Okay, when you modify and click on save, you'll get notified to the email ID. So that's what you need to give a right email ID here when you register. Got me? Right. So this is where you are seeing user details. Any question here? We are going to discuss about the profile later, which is more important concept. Okay, whether user is active or not, it is active. So that is going to be determined by the a checkbox field. So this field is called checkbox. Okay, and this is a drop down field which is called a pick list. We'll discuss more about field types and all. Right, scroll down. I'm seeing a similar information, right? Whatever is seen in your company profile, locally settings. So now I can set a language, different language for different user. Whatever you are set in your company profile, that is common for all users, but I like to set different language for different user. So where I can do that, I go to the users page. I go to the user page, click on edit, or else go to the page and edit. Two ways you can edit. Okay, edit. I'm going to set a different language for this user. Yes, you can set any language you want. So what will happen? Suppose I have 10 users. Only for the user Ranjit, I'm going to change the language to some other language. So that language will have only effect only that particular user login. It will not have effect on other users. People able to follow this? Right. So here you can set time zone locally settings for this user. Right. So list view is a kind of feature. You will find it in every tab you go. Lead. What is this? List view. Account. List view. Okay. So in general is called as list view. A drop down option, a drop down field, available under the tab is called list view. Right. What is the use? It is used to display data based on filter condition. It is used to display the data based on filter condition. I think enough for today. Most stuff has been given to you today. So any question on this? Everyone able to follow all the details whatever given today? Okay. What is user license? A set of feature available to user. Yes. Hmm. Which ID? Organization ID? No. Your organization ID is ID for your whole organization. Yes, everyone is going to log into this org only. That's going to be a topic tomorrow. See, I just give a quick a navigation. I'm going to add a user. Click new user. Listen here, people. Click new user. I'm going to add some user here. Okay. I decide the username. Pardon me. So what is this drop down? User license. So I assign him chatter free. This is a permission related thing. We'll discuss about tomorrow. Okay. Right. So I assign a chatter free license. I saved. So what is the usual procedure when you add a user? When you register developer edition, what happens? You get an email to your email ID, right? The same thing this guy will follow. The Kiran will log into his email ID and he'll get notification. So what I'm going to do? I'm going to log in as Kiran now. Okay, right? People able to follow this, all of you? So I go to the Kiran email ID. It's my email ID only. So I get a verification email. Verify. Reset the password. So first time when you register, what will happen? You will directly log Lightning interface, right? Okay. So for a better clarity, I'll go to the classic now. For now, okay. How to go to classic? Switch to classic. So I logged in as Kiran. Got me? Is not able to see any of the tab. Okay. So license is not about tab feature. It's a feature. What feature the user can access? The user can only see the chatter. That's it. Only chatter is available. No other application, no setup menu. Okay, right. I go back to the admin page. I'm in admin page now. Administrator, users. So I have one more user now. So the license decides what are the features available to user. Everyone is going to the same org. Everyone is going to share the same data space, data storage, right? Both Kiran and everyone is going to log into the same platform only, but different user ID password, but different features are available. That's what I take an example in the beginning. All employees going to enter into the same building, but features will be different. All are employee, right? All are users in my org, but what features they are accessing, what permissions they are going to have, that's going to be different. Okay, we discuss about only feature. We haven't discussed about the permissions. Permission is different, feature is different. We'll see the difference exactly in the next session. Okay, right now we discuss about the features. So feature is decided by an entity called which entities decide the feature. What feature is available to you? User license. User license. Okay, right. Can you do this demo in your home also? I mean, in your practice, just create some user, assign some user mail ID, and reset the password and see what features that guy is able to access. Right. Enough for today. Online. Any question, ma? Someone wanted to ask.
No,
Sorry, you
sir.
can go ahead.
Yeah, no, sir. It is clear. My question was dynamically because this currency rate and all will be changing on daily basis or something, right? So, was there any way to update it? So you answered it can be done in some other way. Yeah.
Yeah. See, ma, that currency features details is very much detailed given with the demo in the notes also. Uh, if you guys that notes can be get from the front desk, they will share with you. So just go through it. Any questions you can get back.
Sure.
Yeah, just get in touch with front desk. They'll send you the notes, all of you, online people. Our offline people got the hard copy notes. Find all of you. No queries. We'll connect tomorrow. Okay then. See you.